Hello and welcome to Toyah's wonderful world of weird. I adore short stories, and this story is for you to go to bed with or to wake up in the morning when you've got a few minutes to spare. This is called The Long Weekend, and I hope it doesn't give you too many nightmares, and I hope it makes you think about the animals that you love. No one ever talks about the incident last year when a 10-year-old boy called Jimmy was found strung up like a Christmas decoration at the top of a 400-foot redwood tree, just swaying in the wind, screaming in fear. It took days to get him down. He was so precariously balanced on the brittle spine of the tree, which could snap at any moment. By the time emergency worked out how to retrieve him, he was badly soiled and everyone was embarrassed on his behalf. The child was badly traumatized, so much so he could never speak about the incident. His mind wiped blank of the whole event. It was not there anymore in his head. Now alone at night, his mind tries to make sense of it all, moving step by step through the rapid events that all took place within a minute. But he was just staring at a memory of blank screens. He couldn't understand how he just levitated up into the air. The whole incident happened in seconds, and whatever put him there was quiet and was invisible. The event sobered him, but it didn't change his ways. Jimmy was a known troublemaker with a reputation for theft, animal cruelty. He especially loved sling shooting marbles at the school rabbit, Danny, and inappropriate behaviour towards everyone who appeared vulnerable. Regularly, he would frighten the elderly by standing at their windows at night, wearing all kinds of masks, from the devil to oversized dolls' heads. And worst of all, he would menacingly follow pretty girls through the woods. Somewhere, somehow, something took revenge on him. Anna was finishing off her class for the week by giving an uplifting speech on the benefits of human kindness, a regular feature as Jimmy was in her class. She loved that her children looked up to her, hung on her every word. More than anything, she enjoyed a chance to broadcast her beliefs for a better world into their young minds. As she gestured with great passion that the root of kindness starts with how we regard and treat animals, Anna felt like a Greek orator. The children were totally enraptured, and so was another small creature who sat in the corner of the classroom in a large hutch. Danny the bunny was totally in love with Anna, the human teacher. Day after day, Danny sat impassively watching as classes commenced, occasionally stretching, yawning and cleaning his fur. So far today, he'd eaten 2 M&Ms, an Oreo biscuit, a marshmallow, a pencil rubber and a whole lettuce. As much as the children loved him, they didn't understand his needs for vegetables. But they did understand he was a living example of Anna's speech. They wholeheartedly wanted Danny to have a good life as long as they didn't have to clean him out. And after 2 days of no attention, he was smelling ripe. Anna was on her last paragraph of her speech, hitting the high notes, her audience of 11-year-olds in awe at her. I impeach you to move forward in your lives being kind, never fall foul of the ease of causing pain. For millennia, human beings have believed in guardian angels. They believed in karma. They believed in spirits of the dead guarding them, keeping them out of danger. They believed animals were spirits. They have believed that there is something out there that looks after them for millennium, right down to the smallest animals. They have guardians too. For example, I am the guardian of Danny the bunny. The whole class turned to look at him. Anna continued. In ancient times, this little bunny was regarded as a symbol of fertility, good luck, even harbinging of bad omens, and a spirit guide. Animals are not here to serve us. They work with us. They're not just silent beasts, she said. They are something greater. They are a unified force. For example, an ant in Scotland knows exactly what an ant in Canada is doing. They are connected. Spiders, cockroaches, mice, dogs, they all recognise danger, a howl of pain and a cry for help. Every single animal is one single conscious body, and when the time comes for a single animal to call for help, a very powerful transition takes place. Karma starts to react. Whether you fall down a step, or an apple drops on your head, or you get stuck up a tree. The class drew a unified breath. Anna had gone too far with this one. No one talked about Jimmy's experience. No one tried to explain the unexplainable to Jimmy. He was born bad. And sitting at the back of the class, Anna saw he started to shake, even cry. Will that boy ever learn about consequences? Anna thought to herself. Anna completed her speech and dismissed the class. She would clean the bunny's hutch and then take the little bundle of fur home with her, where he would cuddle to her bosom for most of the long weekend. If the children bothered to look in his hutch as they left today, they'd see that Danny was smiling. Anna bent to lift him from his hutch. Come on, Danny, let's get home, my little spirit guide, Anna joked, and kissed him on his velvety ears. Anna carried him to the car, putting him on the front seat, and off they went into the redwoods and to Anna's home in the forest. After a lazy, late afternoon, an early supper and a short walk, Anna got ready for bed. The TV was chattering away in the bedroom to keep her company. Anna had no significant other in her life. She lifted Danny onto the top of the bed and settled down to a night of watching comedy reruns. The bunny snuggled right under her chin, pressing his paws against her chest, feeling it rise and fall as she gently breathed. Danny was smiling again. Both drifted into silent sleep. Danny in raptures of love as he snuggled Anna's chin. Hours passed and the moonlight started to come through the window. Danny's ears twitched. One eye opened, and across the room he saw something outside the window. As his eyes adjusted, he saw a cloven hoof stepping into the room from outside. It was big. The bedroom was on the top floor. This thing moved in effortlessly as its whole body slipped through the window frame. Danny lived in a bunny's body with a bunny's brain and had to resist running, hiding and thumping his back feet in pure terror. Instantly, he felt another part of himself wake up. Deep in his head, deep in his heart, it took control of him and immediately informed him he was not just a rabbit. As he watched the figure stretch upright, catching its horns against the wooden ceiling, Danny took in 2 cloven hooves, red furry legs, a human torso, and a head that was that of a large ram with 2 spiraling horns and red, angry eyes. The devil bent down to the little bunny and asked, "Why are you in bed with my wife?" Flashing through Danny's head were crazy thoughts way beyond Anna's life and the school, way past Jimmy the bully. Thoughts of death, of birth, of being eaten, so many other lives, of a small boy running in the Himalayas, fishing in the Yangtze River, being born again and again, always to the same place, a temple, dying in the mountains, then biding time in the stars, waiting, then returning, biding time on earth as an animal so he could learn their experiences. Danny wasn't a rabbit. He was waiting for his next reincarnation. He was a boy, a human with hundreds of lives of experience and power. As soon as he could talk, he would be tested to see if he was truly a spiritual leader, to see if he had inherited the power in his new life. This is when his little body woke. His tiny little brain connected with infinity, and Danny the rabbit transcended his rodent self and briefly became the universe. The following morning, one of Anna's pupils was walking her dog towards the forest, and as she looked up, she saw silhouetted in the sun at the top of one of the redwood trees an animal hanging by its testicles and screaming. For a moment, the little girl thought it was Jimmy, but as her eyes focused, she saw what looked like half man, half goat, wriggling and angry, tied completely, his whole body weight on the thin skin of his testicles. Then the little girl saw it was attached to the tree by a rope wrapped round its genitalia, and it was screaming over and over again, "Don't fuck with rabbits! Don't fuck with rabbits! Don't fuck with rabbits!" And back home, Danny the bunny was smiling at Anna. I hope you enjoyed that, everybody. Remember, don't with rabbits.
Thank you for listening.